Good evening. I want to give you a little welcome. Let me double check my date. It is Wednesday, July 28th. And if you are joining me right now, I am live on Facebook. My name is Barbara Ragsdale, and I am an independent demonstrator with StampinUp. I am live Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Hi, Mary Ellen. In order to show you how to use your StampinUp products for your scrapbook page layout. So if you enjoy scrapbooking or want to learn how to put all of these products together to create your 12 by 12 page layouts, you're in the right place. So once again, my name is Barbara. I do live in the San Antonio, Texas area. Hi, Veronica. When you come on, say hello. Let everybody know where you're watching from. And I'm just gonna go ahead and get started with a little FaceTime and just some quick announcements out of the way. Hi, Darla. I'm just gonna run through them really quick because I want to get started on this layout. I think y'all are really gonna like it. But as always, let's see, where we're gonna start with. When I get the camera pointed down, I'll show you the actual monthly kit in the mail. But everything that I talk about, whether it's now or during the video, there's going to be a link in the description when I'm done with the video. Just got to give me a couple of minutes to go update it. Hi, Cindy. Welcome. Don't forget, I have product shares that are going on right now. The registration deadline is the 2nd of August, and there's a reason for that, because I'm going to be ordering the new product on August the 3rd. Hey, Stella. Oh, no problem, Stella. So if you're interested in participating in product shares, which the product shares are coming out of the new mini catalog. I know it's backwards. So there's 3 different kinds. There's a paper share, a ribbon share, and if you're interested in the accessories, there's also an accessories ones as well. Or if you're like me, you want it all, there's the I want it all share as well. And all of the information is on my the blog link that's going to be in the link after we're done. But just to give you an example, like the I want it all share, which is 6x6 or 6x12 cuts of all of the new designer series papers, and that includes the specialty papers. Hi, Teresa. Hi, thank you for sharing, Veronica. Is $108, and that includes shipping. And if you live in the San Antonio, Texas area, you can come by and pick it up and save that $8 in shipping. And so basically all 3 samples of shares is only $100 if you stop by and pick it up from me. But the registration deadline is August the 2nd. I order the product on the 3rd, and then a week from then everything should be ready to be shipped and or picked up. So if you're interested in that, make sure you check out the links. Don't forget about my Stamp Into Summer promotion. There's several people that have earned it that have not yet reported. So when you visit the link down below, there's another link where you have to report your entries. So if you placed an order with me and it was at least $35 before tax and shipping, you go on there and you report it. If you signed up and went ahead and registered for one of my classes and paid for it, then you go on there and you report it. If you signed up July 22nd up until August the 2nd for my weekend retreat in New Braunfels, you go report it. Now, you don't have to do it one at a time. You can, if you have a list of everything you've done, you can go do it all at one time. But if you forget something, you could go back into the link and, you know, go ahead and add it. If you have reviewed me here on Facebook, there's a little recommendation button. I'm not sure where it is on y'all's screen. I just always see it where it is on my screen. It's basically leaving a review, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star review, and any comments. If you do that, you earn entries. And then what else? The biggest one was when you registered for my retreat to go, which is like 10 points. It's like 10 entries. And I'll tell you right now, that fall retreat, thank you for sharing, Margaret, is essentially full. So the live retreat is full. The only option available right now is to go. You can get on a waiting list if anybody happens to cancel at the last minute. So the to-go option is going to include 8 make and takes, 5 pillow gifts, a $50 Stampin' Up! Goodie bag, offer $120, and that includes shipping. And you can register to go on or before August the 2nd, and then you get 10 entries into my Stampin' to Summer promotion. And I'll also take $10 off of the registration invoice. So you can essentially get it for $110, and that includes shipping. So if you're interested, look for the link after the video. The crafting cruise, I thought I had, here we go. It's a crafting cruise. This is my upline Jennifer is the one that's hosting this, her and April. It's a Simply Spoiled crafting cruise in January 30th through February 6, 2022, from the Royal Caribbean's Liberty of the Seas. It's a $250 deposit per person. The link will be in the description so that you can go sign up. I'm not hosting it. Hi Sochi. Hi Marianne. Jennifer is. And it says everyone's welcome, spouses, children, friends. Children wanting to take classes must be 15 years of age. You don't have to take the crafting portion of the cruise. So if your family wants to cruise but you only want to take the classes, you can do that. But this cruise must be booked through Cruise and Crop. So I'm planning on being there. I'm waiting for my passport to arrive. So that is exciting. If you need new catalogs, there's a way you can get a free catalog from me. And not only will you get the new mini catalog, but you'll get a copy of the new annual catalog. Plus, there's also a celebration brochure because this begins August the 3rd. And there are some really neat things. I know I haven't showed you any of my stuff because it's all over here. It's organized in a crazy way because I'm trying to plan for classes. Hi Diane. And if I get anything out, literally it's like all right here, and then I just got another box today. So I'm pretty excited about that and excited about planning these fall classes. So anyway, you can join my email list and get copies of those. That's where I was going with that. And so, but if you're a demonstrator or you are someone that already has a demonstrator you get catalogs from, I have a different special gift for you. So just make sure you leave your mailing address in when you go to sign up. And like I said, the link will be in after the video. And then don't forget, you can also take advantage of my BOGO. Y'all, I have an entire website that is packed full of retired merchandise. I know I forget to say this a lot, and my customers that are on my email list probably see that on the newsletter, but I do. I have lots of retired merchandise. And basically you can get that BOGO, which is buy one, get one. You buy my retired merchandise off my site, and then within 24 hours, you send me a list of everything that you want that's equal value before tax and shipping that is new product. And right now we have the annual catalog that you can get that out of, or if you want to wait till August 3rd, you can also take advantage of what is in the new mini catalog as well. So you can get essentially double the value of your money. You can help me empty this closet. I have a huge closet underneath my staircase that is full of retired merchandise, and you name it, I probably have it. There's a lot in there. It's like a little mini Stampin' Up store that's going on in there. And then don't forget our product, the designer series papers sale that we have going on. Almost all of the papers are on sale, almost all, not all of them. And then all of them are mainly $9.78 with the exception of In Good Taste, and that one's $17.85. But the one that we're doing today is Simply Elegant, and that one is not on, that's not part of the sale. So I just want to point that out. And then the last thing, yes, the last thing before I talk about this monthly online ordering special is don't forget you have, we have more sales tax, U.S. sales tax holidays coming up. So if you are, today is the 28th, tomorrow, Puerto Rico, the 30th through the 1st, Tennessee, July 30th through the 31st, Mississippi, and then July 31st through August the 9th. Is that right? Let me double check this little list. That seems kind of long. Thought it was just a weekend. That's what it says, August 9th, Florida. So there's several states that are coming up before the end of this month is over with. And then Texas, I know we're here in Texas, Missouri, New Mexico, Ohio, South Carolina, Texas, and Virginia are all August 6th through 8th. Arkansas is the 7th through the 8th, and Massachusetts is the 14th through the 15th. So make sure you double check and make sure your city is participating in all of that. And then I think we can go ahead and get started. Do y'all see Frankie? I'm pointing right here to Frankie. I don't know if you can see him swimming around, but that's my little, that's my new little mascot, because the cats have officially been nixed from the crafting area. I have partitions that are up in different areas where you can't see right now, but they have not been in here for the last week and a half, and it's been fabulous. I can hear them running around in there, but it's been fabulous. But Frankie, right there in his little fish tank in that calyx unit, he's been keeping me company. So, so let's go ahead and get started. Let me flip this around and bring this down a little bit so I can show you what we're going to be doing. I'll straighten this out. I'll bring some more light down here. Thank you if you are joining me live, and if you're watching the replay, thank you for watching the replay. And if you are watching me from YouTube, thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't already subscribed, just make sure you hit that little red subscription button and the notification so you know when I go live. Okay, so we are in the last days of July, so that means this monthly online ordering special is wrapping up. During the month of July, when you place an order with me that's at least $25 or more on my website using this host code, you're going to get a free kit in order to make all 4 of these cards, and it includes coordinating envelopes. Everything is, you get your bases, and then you have these envelopes that give you everything you need in order to assemble the cards, including your ribbon, any accessories. The only thing I can't do is the stamping, and that's pretty common. We can't do any of the stamping, but this uses the In Symmetry suite out of the annual catalog. So that's with your order of $25 or more. Orders of $50 or more get a free spool of this Flirty Flamingo gold and metallic ribbon. And that's with orders of $50 or more. And then it also gets you an entry into my Stamp Into Summer promotion. So make sure you go report your entries. There's lots of people that have not, and there's 3 prizes up for grabs. There's a $50 shopping spree, a Stampin' Up! Shopping spree with me. There's a free bundle up for grabs, $35 value or less. And then there's a free paper share out of the mini catalog. So, hi Marianne. So let's go ahead and get started. Today's prize is going to be a roll of the Fresh Freesia Open Weave Ribbon. Yay, this is one of the new in colors, and let me explain to you how you get on the wheel for those of you that are here the first time. When you like, comment, and share my videos, that gets you onto the wheel. If you share, you get 2 entries, but you have to put in the comment section that you share after you click that little share button, and that gets you on here an extra time. So anybody could have up to like 4 entries for your like, your comment, and then your share would be the other 2. And this is all I do. Stampin' Up! Is all I do. So when you share, that does help my business. It does show the video to more people. We get more people watching, more people learning and being inspired on how to use their Stampin' Up! Products. And I really appreciate it. So let's go ahead and see who won. Those were the names from last week. Thank you for sharing, Stella. Hi, Joanne. I'm just catching up on some comments. Hope I get them. Who is that? Shirley Taylor. Now, didn't Shirley win Sunday? But she won, I think, with her share. Congratulations, Shirley. Let me get my little... Let me write this down over here so I don't have to go back to the video. Congratulations, Shirley. Wow. That's how you win, you guys. It's that simple. It really is that simple. Okay, so I'm just pulling up my picture so I can put this thing together. All right. So, if you have your annual catalogs, you might have seen this suite. It is pages 68 to 69. I'm not using the entire suite. I am really just using that paper, that designer series paper, which is the Simply Elegant designer series paper. And let me show you a little sample of each. It's a specialty designer series paper, and the reason why, it's because you've got all this shininess happening on this one side. Look at that. You got copper, you got gold, you got silver, and then between, you know, very vanilla in these basic grays. I think it's gray granite. Let me double check what's on here. It's basic black, basic gray, very vanilla, and basic white. And then on the other side, because our designer series paper is double-sided, you have these other beautiful designs as well, but there's no shininess to this one. This is like a matte side to it. So you've got your shiny side and you have your matte side. And this paper, you guys, is gorgeous. Unfortunately, it's not on sale because it's a specialty paper. But this is something that, you know, you can always add to your kit. You can add, you know, if you're having a show, there's other ways you can get this, I'm telling you. And so if you're a demonstrator, you get this for 20% off. But if you add it to your kit, it's just part of your kit value. And so that's the designer series paper that we're going to be using. Put that aside. I'm also going to be using, I've already done everything, but the Parisian Flourish, the Parisian Flourish 3D embossing folder. And then I broke out Create with Friends again because we're going to be using Celebrate and Love in this particular layout. So let's get started. I have part of this done, but I have to be real careful with what I just put aside because it's still intact, and I was like, how am I going to do this? But I had to mark up my page. Let me bring this up just a little bit. So hopefully y'all can see a little bit more. But this is one of the papers out of that Designer Series paper pack. And I hate covering up this other side. I really do. But I don't want to use that side. I want to use that side because this is going to be our 12 by 12 base. Okay? Now on top of that, let me, I have basic black. And then I'm going to try to put those down in the order that I'll need to put them in. But anyway, I have a page of basic black, and then I also have a piece of very vanilla that I've cut down 1/4 of an inch all the way around. Okay, so this one is going to be more of like a focal page, where you can put a couple of pictures on it, or you can do one picture. And when I get to that point, if I remember, I'll try to explain to you. But what I had to do on this page here, and I don't know if you can see that, but I had to use my pencil to figure out where my edge was, so that when I go to put these pieces down, they're all lined up. And I think once I get started here, you'll see what I'm talking about. So let me do this. We are going to be using all of the non-matted or the matted side of the Designer Series paper. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use my Tombow glue because I don't want to mess this up. Okay, and this also, using your glue gives you a little bit of wiggle room, so if you have to move something, you can. And so it's real important that I get this first one on correctly and lined up. So nobody talk, nobody move. Let's see, I think I got that on there. And then I'll go back later and erase my little pencil marks, basically. Okay, and then now I have this one. So basically, with this layout, which I am considering to be like a wedding type layout, I guess. I know it's been a while since I've done a wedding one. Let me line this one up here. And hopefully I can keep these straight. If my lines were straight to begin with, which they should have been. But yes, I wanted the matte side of this with just a little inkling of the copper. You know, you've got 3 different specialties to this paper. You've got gold, you've got copper, and you've got silver. And I don't know about you, but I don't like mixing up my metals. I think that's just me. Some people look really good in both, but I try to keep them all the same. Okay, here we go. And so, yeah, it's just been a while since I've done like a wedding type. What was the last one I did? The barn one? That one had some thought behind it, you guys. There we go. But basically, if you have scraps, this would be perfect to get rid of those scraps doing something like this. And this could be not just with this Designer Series paper, but like if you have a lot of other scraps from maybe another paper pack and you want to use them up, just get scrappy with it. Do y'all remember when I hear that when I hear that, it makes me think of, I hope those are going on straight. It makes me think of the lady in The Divine Secrets of the Yaya Sisterhood, where she tells Sandra Bullock not to get scrappy with her. And Sandra's like, not getting scrappy with ya. I guess you have to see that movie. That's one of my favorite movies. It's got a lot of great actresses in it. The Divine Secrets of the Yaya Sisterhood. Okay, so I got 3 more strips to put on here. This one goes on next. And then hopefully these are straight. Kind of look at things from the right, so I'm hoping these are still going on straight. This one's a little bit wider. There are 2 different sizes on here though, by the way. Okay. Oh, and don't forget to, if you're a demonstrator and you want to get away on a working retreat, there's also, if I can remember to go put it on there, there'll also be a link to that retreat. It's going to be in Argyle, September, I think it is. I'll put the link in the description after that too, but it's for demos only, so if you want to get away and work on some projects, I know for me, I'm going and I'll be working on my October weekend retreat at that one. You are welcome to join us. Yeah, I think that's just a little off, but it's not like so much that it's crazy off. I didn't intend for that much to be on the right hand side. Make sure I didn't leave any behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, that's right. I probably could have spaced it out a little bit more from the left, but that's okay. If you want, you can always trim this down, but I'm going to leave it the way it is, and that's all I'm going to do with that one. Okay, so basically I have this mat. Let me just erase those little side lines right here. And if you've joined after I got started, welcome. Okay, so now I have this mat of all of these little strips here. Basically, they can be scraps. So if you had a lot of scraps, we can use those. And we're going to be putting this down on this black mat. Just being loose about this here. There we go. We want to mat this giant piece on this piece of basic black. Okay, and then we're going to put the basic black one in the center of this 12 by 12. You can eyeball it. You could also turn it sideways if you were doing this, or, you know, I just left mine pretty much in the middle, and I'm using these little boxes on the designer series paper kind of as a guide. Okay, so now I have all 3 of those pieces connected to each other. Okay, now what I also have is, I have another couple of mats. I've got this piece of basic black that was embossed with the Parisian Flourish embossing folder, and we're gonna mat this one on this piece of Very Vanilla. Most of the time we work with the basic white, but I'm really liking this Very Vanilla up against these tone-on-tone colors. Okay, so I have that mat, I have that mat, and I also have, I went ahead and stamped it, one in case I messed up, but since I went ahead and just stamped it, we'll just use the one I stamped. But I stamped Celebrate Love. It was 2 different stamps, Celebrate Love, and I stamped it in Memento ink. Originally I thought about embossing it, But I wanted to use the silver, but I wasn't sure how good it would show up on here. So I thought, let me just stamp it. I'll just stamp it. Okay, now this particular label comes from the Painted Labels die. So I am using these dies in here. I used this one and I used this one out of that one. Okay, so what I did is I die cut one in Very Vanilla, and then I die cut another one with the copper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mat this piece of Very Vanilla onto the copper, just here, so it's got a little bit of a mat on the side, and do the other side. Gotta move it a little bit. There we go. And then I got me a fresh sheet of some black dimensionals. Nothing like picking the first one out of a fresh sheet. I probably should have left those on, now that I think about it. Let me put that right there, because I know it's not going to stick to what I need to do. But I also die cut two of these pieces of greenery from the Forever Flourishing dies. I did this larger one in Very Vanilla, and I did this smaller one in copper foil. And we're going to attach those to the back of, let me just use adhesive. I think that'll be easier. Put some adhesive on the back right there, because these are going to go kind of in the middle, and then this one's going to come right behind it. There we go. Okay, and I went ahead and took those off. And then we're going to put that, let me pop this one up. We're going to pop up this mat, get this one down. One more. This could be either a photo mat, or if you wanted to put another piece of Very Vanilla over it, a little smaller, it could also be a journaling mat too. But it's a pretty good size photo mat. Okay, so I'm kind of glad this helps cover up. Let's see, I'll put that right there. And then I also took some of this smoky slate textured ribbon, and I should have put that down before, but let me do this. Let me get a glue dot. Let me get a couple of glue dots on the back of that. This actually went underneath right here in that corner. There we go. Now I can put this up, and it's going up right here. So I guess it's okay that that wasn't quite 1/4 of an inch, because that helps cover it up. Okay, now I also have another black mat. We're going to put that directly on this, and this one's going, yeah, that one's going portrait. Just going, I don't think I intended for it to go that far. All right, let's do this. This dimensional should not have been that far. I'm just going to move it down. There we go. Okay, there we go. That way there's a little bit of wiggle room, so that if you had a picture you were sliding in there, it wouldn't interfere. And the dimensional I put right here. Okay, so now we have a portrait mat, and we have a horizontal mat. And then on this piece of designer series paper, what I did is I had to manually cut out, I cut out these 3 flowers. Pretty. I wanted some of that copper to offset what's up here at the top, so I cut 3 of these out, and then I also did 3 of these, 1 in copper, 1 in berry vanilla, and 1 in basic black. And we're gonna put this one down first, and then we're gonna pop these up. Oops. I'll use one there, and pop this other one up off to the side. And then these flowers, I'm going to use a large one, and I'm going to use a small one to anchor this little piece over here. Those flowers are so cute. I'm going to put one right there, and then we're going to put this large one right there, and then the small one we are going to put up here. We want to soften this little edge up here in this corner. Okay. And then I also made a bow just using a knot to put right here. But what I want to do is I want to trim it. I don't want this just to sit there like that. I want to trim it so that it's got kind of like a banner edge. But I wanted to show you how I did that, or how I'm going to do it. Okay, so I have my ribbon scissors, because it's got my ribbon on it. And I want to get it even, and I want to get it looking pretty symmetrical. So in order to do that, after my little knot here, I'm going to fold my bow in half. Okay, so now I have a bow in half, and then this little end I'm going to fold in half, kind of like a taco. And then I'm going to cut this at an angle. And then now I have a pretty symmetrical and even little bow there that I can put down. So let's do that. I'm going to use a couple of glue dots. And I want to put it at the base, kind of where those flowers are sitting. And let me double check and make sure I did not miss anything. Nothing's loose. Nope, nothing's loose. Yeah, nothing's loose. Okay, there we go. I wanted to double check and make sure I wasn't missing something. But there you have it. This is layout number 16, page number 1. And let me just catch up on some comments. See who joined. If I can see, I'm on my tippy toes trying to see. Look at the comments. And who's a lucky girl, Darla? Hi, Corrine. Hi, Denise. It's pretty, but it's messing with your eyes, Corrine. Is it the shininess? Hi, Martha. I think I said hi, Sochi. Hi, Sochi. Stella. Thank you, Corrine. Thank you, everybody. So there you have it. Layout number 16. Can y'all believe I've already been doing this? I've been on here like 32 times because I started doing this at the beginning of the year. So if you want to see more, just join me every Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Next week, we will do the second page of this layout. And so I'm looking forward to showing you that one. So y'all all have a great rest of your evening. And don't forget, I'll be back Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Y'all have a great evening. Bye.